loud. I'm sorry. Hey, is that too loud? No? Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Nah.
I'll talk all soft and sweet, like I always do. Oh, geez.
Your dulcet tones.
This XLR is really taut. All right.
Oh.
You good? Scoot over this way.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get cozy. Yeah, we cuddle all the time anyways. It's fine.
Yep.
Troy, this is the same kind that I got. We have
cool.
one of these now. One of these.
Okay.
We have one of these now. Cool.
It's
cool.
the same one?
Okay.
Yeah.
The same brand?
Yeah.
Do you feel at home, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 This is literally what my house looks like on the inside.
Wow.
Welcome to the THAC / Marble Hornets Q&A. This is your opportunity to ask us all those pressing questions that you have about the things we do, and we may or may not give you a truthful answer.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's up to you to decide if we're telling the truth.
Yeah. And we generally, we are pretty long-winded, but towards the end we do lightning round questions where you'll get the smart alecky answers. Now, it's still daylight outside, so no swears, okay?
No swears.
I'll try my best.
No gosh swears from me.
Troy,
Sorry.
come on.
Sorry.
What the heck? Oh, no, now
Oh,
I'm
no.
doing
Now
it.
you did it.
All right, so just raise some hands. And
we will chat after.
What
you.
is your questions, babies?
I know you have some.
We're just going to stare at you
Yeah,
if you don't
like,
ask
yeah.
questions. We can make this way more awkward. Yes, right
Yes.
there.
You know that there's other Slenderverses on YouTube. What do you think of them, and what is your favorite one if you watch them?
I don't think any of us actually watched them. So
I haven't watched them like fully, but there is one that is actually my favorite. I've only seen like two episodes of it. But
Marble Cut Boys.
Yes, but that's not what I was going to say. It was called Caught Not Sleeping or something like that. It was really really well done, like really cool. It was the one that had like the door in the woods and it was neat. It was neat. But as far as other ones go, it's kind of like when you're working at, say, Applebee's and someone goes, "Hey, where do you want to eat?" You're not going to say, "Let's go to Applebee's."
Or you're not going to say, "Let's go to O'Charlie's," or "Let's go to Ruby Tuesdays," because it all kind of, you just don't want it.
We were driving by Ruby Tuesdays yesterday, and I was smart alecky to Noah, like, "Oh no, we could have eaten at Ruby Tuesdays," and he was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry." Like, no, that was.
Well, he had such like a passion in his voice. Like, oh, we could have eaten there. And I'm like, did you want to go? I'll take you.
I'll get you some ice cream.
Yeah. Would that make you feel better, man?
My favorites would have to be Marble Cut Boys or Marble Beer Boys.
Marble Beer Boys is pretty good.
I like those.
I haven't seen Beer Boys, but I have seen every episode
think it
of
was
Marble
done-
Cut Boys more than once.
I think Beer Boys is done by a goon, and it's just alcoholism is the operator.
Yeah. It's pretty dark.
When you say it out loud, it's kind of dark.
yeah.
But it's really funny.
Yeah. Trust me. Trust me on that.
I've seen a show called Marble Hornets. You know, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
It's
The
kind of
acting is atrocious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was delightful.
Should we have slated this since we're recording on the Zoom and
It'll be okay.
It'll be all
Okay.
right.
Whatever.
It's
Fix
Tim's-
it in post.
It's Tim's problem.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Or
No,
can,
all right, good night.
or can we leave? All right, bye. See you later.
Star-Lord.
Why Marble Hornets? Because I'm only going to. Those little insects are kind of hard to.
It's actually my dad's name,
Yeah.
so we wanted to keep it in the family.
Yeah.
Every time I hear someone say Star Lord, I think they're saying Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's like you there, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's Star Wars.
Star Wars
Which
is my
one?
favorite.
The whole trilogy.
My favorite Marvel character is Star Wars.
To answer the question,
I don't wanna.
adjective noun.
It was. I actually drove. I went. Since I'm technically homeless right now, I went to my mom's house a few days ago, and I drove by the building that I remember driving by when I decided to Marvel. It was like the masonry place near the mall.
Yeah.
Like the Galleria. Yeah, it was that.
Yeah.
And then when I was driving to meet Joseph, and I was like, the next two things I see, I'm gonna name it this series. And like I drove by that masonry place at Marvel. Yeah, it was. They had like marble slabs sitting outside, and so I was like Marvel, and then like a pest control thing drove by, and it said Hornets on it. Sorry, it's not a
Marble
more,
ants.
Sorry, it's not a more interesting answer than that, but
What if it was just like what if this series that you guys are like, oh, this is rad, discount diapers?
Yeah.
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 It could
The
have
legacy lives
easily
on.
been that. It could have easily been like hot sauce depends. You know,
Yeah.
like
Well,
whatever.
remember that there was that one person, it was like on Tumblr or something, they said that their mom said, what's that show on the internet you like so much? Moth Diaries?
Yeah.
Which is
And
which I unironically kind
Yeah.
of like.
Who was it that said murder bees?
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Then
Someone's mom.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged had to steal the best name with concrete giraffes.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
There goes our spin-off.
Yeah.
Great.
He was working on a sequel for that at one point.
Yeah.
He should finish that.
He's doing a lot of stuff.
No, he needs to do the thing that I want him to do.
Hear that, Martin?
You
We
should
see
harass him about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna watch this video. Like,
Yeah.
He's calling you out.
Yeah.
We love you. Anyway, hello. Questions.
More
questions.
More.
More
Feed
cues.
us.
Cues for us to A.
Yes.
I know that there's not a whole lot you can reveal story-wise about it, but why the name The Operator, and what technically differentiates him from the Slenderman of the myth?
So, a lot of stuff that gets associated with Slenderman was actually, it started in Marble Hornets, and for us, our canon that we won't even acknowledge that there's a costume, because what costume? So it's kind of hard to keep the immersion and say this is ours. Not that we would anyway. It's like whatever. But like the distortion, that wasn't really done before Marble Hornets. Any sort of teleportation stuff wasn't done, and some of them were done for stylistic choices. Some were because of practical reasons. But the operator, to be frank, we think the Slenderman is kind of a silly name. It's not the most imposing of names.
Sounds like a superhero.
Yeah.
A superhero who just doesn't
Slenderman.
eat things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He makes you eat
A
vegetables.
problematic superhero.
Yeah, like for real. Yeah, we didn't like the whole tentacles thing. We didn't like the whole stealing children thing.
Yeah.
So we just kind of took the parts that we liked and then added things that we liked onto it. And so by the time we got to that point, it was like, well, this isn't really
It
the
didn't
same
feel
thing.
like the Slenderman at
Yeah.
all anymore.
Even though, fun fact, one of the original names for Marble Hornets before we even knew what it was, like I got the YouTube channel for it and everything, and it was called the Slenderman Tapes, which is a terrible name.
was it the Slender Man tapes or just the Slender tapes?
It might have been the Slender Tapes. I don't know. It was called that for all of like a day. So that was like the placeholder name for it before we even wrote what it was. Yeah.
It's a little more menacing. It's overbearing.
It sounds like a master robot in Mega Man.
That's Operator Man,
Yeah, Opera Man.
I mean,
like, I'm controlling
the
things.
implications of the operator as a name, it's kind of suffocating. It's like there's no weakness in the series that you can see or anything like that, and it's like the name implies that he's going to control you, and there's nothing you can do about it, and that's a little bit more intimidating than a guy that's thin.
Yeah.
Thin man, no face.
Thinman, no face.
Yes.
No face,
Johnson.
Thinman.
That's his official name.
yeah.
No Face Johnson.
Yeah. I used to be
There's a
Bob
spin-off
Johnson,
for you.
and then I became Slender, and it was spooky. The end.
Yeah.
Next question, please. There's no such thing as a stupid question, I promise. That's the dumbest question I've ever heard.
I knew you were gonna do that. That's
Yeah.
mean.
That's so you.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Was there another part to that, or was it, there's a film? Okay, that's fine.
Our involvement in it was. I mean, there's. This is going to sound bad because it's going to sound like I mean it a different way. There's nothing to be proud of because we had no involvement with it other than giving them our blessing, basically. Like, we don't have any reason to be proud because it wasn't our work.
I mean, the whole business, Hollywood politics side of it, we had a part in, but
Yeah, and they did consult us and ask us questions and stuff, but we didn't write any of the story or anything. That was all Ian Shore.
They did ask us if there were any casting things we cared about, and we said Doug
That is
Jones,
true.
Doug Jones,
It might
Doug
have been
Jones,
us.
Never
Doug
mind.
Jones.
I am extremely proud because we got to get Doug Jones in it.
Yeah.
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 I forgot what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's basically like when you have like a lot of different studios, they'll do what's basically adaptations. So it's more so something that's kind of like it's really fascinating and really cool that it happened, kind of thing. You know what I mean? More so than the strict direct involvement of it. You know what I mean? But it's like, but what's cool about it is it's kind of like the byproduct spawned it. You know, so that's the kind of the thing is a lot of different studios will be picking up other things to kind of make their own version, make their own spin on it and stuff like that. And that's something to celebrate too, you know.
I'm proud that I gave people work. That I'm responsible for giving people a job.
Yeah.
That's neat. I was a job creator for a second.
THAC LLC creates jobs.
Yeah.
And not just our own.
We have added 4 jobs to the world.
Yep.
Our own. More questions? Yes.
Actually, on the note, you probably don't have any idea, but do you know if there will be any sort of DVD release for Always Watching?
I don't know. That I was gonna say, oh, I'm sure, but since it's on VOD, I don't know. Actually,
Maybe.
Yeah, it's
maybe. Yeah.
We did. Is it okay to talk about the thing they shot with us? You think?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Like, we did shoot a little interview thing when we were in LA. On
It was
the
like an
set.
hour long.
Yeah, it was like an hour-long thing, like an interview with us about how we felt being on the set and all that stuff. That seems like something that would be on a DVD at some point, but I don't know if they're just covering themselves in case there was a DVD or if there's plans or something. I don't know. We'll
Could
see.
definitely be something that ends up on the cutting room floor, but
It's
who
you know,
knows?
it's out there. They had the forethought to shoot something like that for a DVD if it came to it. So they have stuff if they want to do it.
yeah. Not up to us, but
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, we're not responsible for it, so yes, there's going to be a DVD release. They're sending a free one to everyone. Yep.
Everyone, look under your chairs.
Wait, I was gonna say you haven't gotten yours yet?
Surprise!
It's just a DVD that has. It's just us saying sorry. There's no DVD here.
Yeah. It's an apology.
Yeah.
We send out an apology.
It's a DVD that says sorry we tricked you.
To literally everyone, even people that aren't fans of the series
Yeah.
or the movie or anything like that. So they're just like, who are these guys and why
Sorry
are they
it exists.
apologizing?
It's actually just a CD of you singing your favorite Peaches song
Oh.
for everyone as a gift.
You can't tease them like that because there's no way I can sing that at 7 p.m.
Exactly. Yeah.
This side of the room has been really quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, side B, win. It's a contest now. I just
Yeah.
made it one.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm just
Do
going
it.
to stare
Do
at
it.
you.
It's your turn.
Just do it.
You have the power. What? Oh.
Ask a question now.
If you'd like to.
You
if you'd like to.
specifically.
Think about it. Anything Marble Hornets, anything THAC, anything, are we having a nice day? We are,
So you
I
can't,
just ruined
now,
that question.
Now you can't ask that one.
Can't ask that. Oh, yes. Wow.
I was just
That
about to
is
say.
very
I was
sweet
literally,
of you.
I was literally just about to say. Someone asked Noah about his beard. Like I was
Gee
actually about to
whiz.
say that.
I don't know.
Since the age of 5 years old.
See, I'm gonna hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get into a role here. 12-year-old girl answer. Oh, gee whiz. I don't know. No, I don't know. I mean, I've honestly, I was an early bloomer. I started getting facial hair at like 12, 13. Got a little goatee. And
I hate you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is
I
what
got-
my facial hair just looks like. This is
Yeah.
all it
Fun-
does.
So yeah, I got a little goatee and then sideburns, and then I just kind of became one and became a family, and it was nice.
It became a face family.
Yeah, it's a big face family. But fun fact, I won't do this because I really do like my beard. But if I did shave this off, it'd be back in about a week.
Prove it.
It's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
prove it.
I will not.
Prove it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, how about this? I do have photos of when I've done it, and I will show you those on the internet sometime.
No, do it now.
Do it now.
Not right now.
Prove it.
Regrow your beard by the end of the panel.
All right, how about this? What I'm going to do, I'm going to walk away for like 5 seconds. I'm going to grow it right back after I shave it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did you look as much like the singer of AC/DC as I said I thought you would?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Exactly. That's for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were talking one time because I said that my beard that I grew for the Space Time Express series, I said, yeah, this took me like a month and a half or so, and you were like, yeah, this took me about 3 days.
And I didn't mean it in like a sarcastic way. I just meant like,
was
I'm
like,
like, oh,
oh.
we're talking beards. And I'm just like,
Beard talk.
it's just
Beard
yeah.
chat with that.
That's not something we're used to having since 2 of the 3 of us before couldn't grow them.
You can't grow them.
You have a cool mohawk, man.
I am a child.
Really quick funny story involving me shaving my beard. For Halloween one year, me and my neighbor Frank wanted to do Bert and Ernie for Halloween. And he's a tall, lanky dude, so I'm like, all right, cool, Bert and Ernie, let's do this. And he went, he did a pretty good job with his costume, but I went full
Just
out.
throw him under the bus.
Oh, no. I'm saying, he did a really cool thing, but I really wanted to commit. Ernie does not have a beard. So, and he didn't have facial hair to do that, to have to deal with that. So I did shave, and I painted my face orange and everything like that, and went to school, and I told a bunch of my teachers, pretend I'm an exchange student for a week, and nobody could figure out it was me. So I'm just walking around as Ernie, and everyone's like, who's the new Ernie kid? And I'm like,
Who's this?
Hello!
I'm actually Ernie.
Wait,
Yeah.
you said you pretend like I'm a foreign exchange student for a week. So did you come back as Ernie over and over again?
No, I came back one day as Ernie, and then I came back, and I was like, my beard's back.
So, did you shave your beard and also paint your face orange when you went to school?
Yes.
Okay.
So
you blended in, is what you're saying.
Very, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is normal. It's like everybody else.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Someone please ask us a question.
Yes.
So he can stop.
No, yeah. But yeah, next question.
Yes, you haven't asked one yet. Rarely did we do more than one at a time, unfortunately.
Anytime
do not
we-
do it like that.
Anytime we did would have been in season 1.
Any
no, we
scenes
did in
involving
season 2.
Jessica?
Oh wait, no, yeah.
yeah.
Anything with Jessica was all filmed.
In a day.
Yeah. Oh my God, that day.
I felt so bad.
The second time Jessica was in the series, we did not plan this either. The actress's name is Jessica as well.
Yeah.
The Tim thing was on purpose. Yeah. Seth
Tim
and
Tim.
Seth was on purpose. Brian and Brian was on purpose.
But Jessica just.
But Jessica and Jessica, complete coincidence. But anyway, that lasted we started filming in the midday, and we actually filmed the last episode of Marble Hornets
Almost a year in advance.
almost a year in
Well,
advance.
half of it, yeah.
Yeah, half of that entry, which caused its own issues.
Yeah.
And then she had a rehearsal because she was in a stage play, and then she came back, and we filmed through the night, and she got to her hotel at something like 5 in the morning. They had actually canceled her reservation because it was so late. So we had to be like, we'll
I don't-
reimburse you. I'm sorry.
I don't even know what happened with that. She just texted me saying they canceled my reservation because I came in too late, and I just texted her back saying whatever it costs to fix that, we will reimburse you. Just let me know. But she never did, so I don't know what happened with that.
Huh.
Yeah, she probably hates us now.
You should have followed up on that better.
I did. I sent her a Facebook message the next day,
Yeah.
being like, "Hey, whatever it costs, let us know."
Yeah.
So I did. Huh. Don't know what happened with that.
We like Jessica, and now she'll never work with us again.
Yeah. Well, she lives in New York now, so.
So we could live in New York one day.
Next question.
So, once this panel is done, I'm kind of curious, in your opinion, where the best place is right now.
We don't live here, but we ate at a place last night that was pretty good. Again, Gatlinburg.
Yes.
Yeah,
What was it called?
The Boro Loco.
Yeah,
The Crazy Donkey.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
It's
like
okay.
above something.
And maybe your server will pay attention to you.
Yeah, like ours.
Our server did not.
Yeah, he came up to our table and was like,
He could
yeah,
not
yeah,
have
yeah.
cared less.
What can I get you guys? He literally did this. He just kind of did not look.
No, yeah, he went, you guys want any dessert? No.
Yeah, no. It was, you know what's weird? It was even more grim than that, too, because, we were already having a conversation, and Joseph was expressing, oh, man, dude, I cannot. This is really frustrating. He's just so uninterested.
Poor service is a very sore topic for me because my mother was a career waitress up until 3 years ago. So whenever that happens, it's like touching a raw nerve.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's your job's supposed to be pleasant and deal with people. And he's standing right behind Joseph, and he goes, "You guys, you sure you don't want dessert?" And we're like, "No, we're all set. Thank you though. The food was really great. We were really polite." And he goes, like a cartoon character.
Wait, did he do that for real?
And
Wait,
walked-
he actually rolled his eyes?
I'm not even kidding, dude. He was right behind you while you were sitting there going because you were. I felt like we were gonna have a conversation as soon as you were gonna leave. Right behind you, I'm the only one looking at him, and he goes, and walks away like a slinky. And I'm like, what? Why?
It's a good reason. Good thing I did
I'm glad
not see that.
I'm glad you didn't see it. I was just like, oh, he's got
There would have been
thing.
some words.
Yeah.
You would have only tipped him 15% that time.
Yeah, that'll show him.
Oh, I did. I tipped him 15%.
Oh, you take that. Take that.
I'm the guy that tips like 30 and up, and then it's like if you do 15, you're on my bad side.
Slap on the
We had like
wrist.
4 servers that had to come and wait on our table because he was too busy not paying attention to us. And I don't expect a discount in that case, but the fact that there was no one ever asked like, hey, or no one ever said, hey, sorry that took so long, but you could tell they were acknowledging it because they had so many people coming up to the table.
Right.
This is weird. This has nothing to do with Marble Hornets.
This
In
is
fact,
the-
I'm so sorry.
Hello and welcome to
get
the
worked up.
I was gonna
Hello
say,
and
we
welcome
haven't
to
really-
the indignant 20-somethings panel.
I just got worked up. I'm sorry.
We're so entitled up here.
I am. It's me. I'm the millennial.
If there's
I'm sorry.
anything else you'd like to know that we're just a little fussy about, just let us know.
We went to a jerky shop that Joseph knew about one other time he was here, and that was pretty.
That
we
was
got some
good.
jerky
That was
there.
the exact opposite experience.
I
I got
got-
It was a
kangaroo
very
jerky,
pleasant
Yeah, I got kangaroo
storekeeper.
jerky too.
and it was
pretty good.
delicious. I already ate most of it.
I got gator.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I think 3 total in my entire life. The
I'm
last one
probably-
was like 4 years ago or so.
I'm probably in the double digits because Gatlinburg was like my family's go-to place to be.
It was their Disney World.
Pretty much. I mean, it was our vacation time in February, I think. So, Gatlinburg, I love Gatlinburg. Even it's touristy and gaudy, but I like that, so I don't care.
I came to Gatlinburg once when I was about 12, and the main thing I remembered was there was a store that sold almost entirely only ninja stars.
China Bazaar.
Yep.
Everyone here's like, I know, I've been there.
Is that
I was there yesterday.
I have 7.
is that the go-to shop for cosplay weaponry?
No, it's
kind of
real
stuff?
in there.
Oh,
Like,
is it
it's-
real?
Yeah, it's actual hardcore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the first and only place I'd ever seen where I could actually have bought a grappling hook if I'd wanted to.
Yeah.
So maybe we
remember-
should
Why
go
not?
back.
I remember they had last time I went there. I think last time I was in Gatlinburg before now I was like a freshman in college, so it was a while ago.
You can get your battle-tested Hanzo steel made by Billy Joe in his cabin in
I thought-
Gatlinburg.
for some reason, I thought you were about to say Billy D. Williams.
by Billy D. Williams. Made by Billy D. Williams in Gatlinburg,
He's a sword master.
Tennessee.
I went last time I went to China Bazaar and saw that they had tasers, like not the modern tasers, but like the black ones that you kind of go
Yeah.
like that with. And they had them organized in increments of how powerful they were.
Please tell me you could test them.
No.
Oh.
They were
be
sitting
awesome.
out, but I don't think they had batteries in them, I
Aw.
hope. The highest it went was like 100,000 volts, which I'm pretty sure would kill someone.
It's all about amplitude at that point. Like,
But ow.
no, it would definitely hurt. I'm not saying it would not mess you up. That would
Like, that
probably
would-
lay you out.
Yeah, that was scary. There was a lot of things in there that would hurt a lot. Anyway,
You know, a grappling hook would be a good thing to have in a THAC short. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's true. Go to China Bazaar where grappling hook doesn't need to be optional.
Joseph climbs a building.
And it's just
Joseph
me trying
robs
to
a bank.
It's just me trying to climb the building with the grappling hook.
Like actually, like we don't use any editing. We just
Yeah.
watch
Like,
you
takes
can't,
of you do it.
can't
It's raw
even-
footage.
Yeah.
You can't even like get it up on there. It just kind of goes like on
Yeah.
the ledge and falls back down and hurts you.
the comedy writes itself.
Yeah, yeah.
As for how many times I've been here, I've been in Tennessee plenty, but here is the first time I've been here.
Oh yeah, because
So-
you haven't seen Pigeon Forge before.
So yeah, no, like Troy was like wanting a camera on how I was like a little kid in a car. Like, there's so many lights and colors. Huh, there's an arcade here. There's
Yeah.
3.
I
Like, I was
told-
the whole time it was that. Like,
I told Noah before he came here, I was like, it's just sensory overload, like 24/7.
yeah,
And
I couldn't
Yeah.
sit still. Yeah. Oh yeah. Really?
Such mixed reaction in the room.
Like this side of the room went, oh.
We did go play treasure golf last night.
Let me put it this way. Winterfest, there's enough lights that it raises everyone in the county's electric bill by about $100.
Wow.
Neat.
Wait, why everyone's?
How does
Because they take it from you.
that is
Yeah.
ridiculous?
What?
Community driven.
That's
I
stupid.
guess. That's ridiculous.
I wouldn't leave. Thanks, Dolly.
Why don't they make her pay for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a really dumb joke when we were checking into the hotel because they had the little cutout of Dolly Parton, and I almost said it, but I was like, one, it's a really dumb joke, and also I don't know if they might actually get mad at me. I was going to be like, oh, hey, Pam Anderson.
They probably wouldn't catch that you're making a joke, and they're like, yeah.
They'd be like,
Close.
no, that's Dolly Parton. Are you stupid?
No, that's Billy D. Williams.
No, it's Pam Anderson's
called a
mom.
callback.
No.
Billy D. Williams is looking good.
Yeah. It's like Billy D. Williams. He hasn't aged a day.
Call me, Billy.
Yes, you had your hand raised back there in the purple shirt.
For someone just starting out, like not necessarily me, but people in general, what would you recommend? Like just the DSLR with different lenses?
Yeah, I mean, DSLRs are stupid cheap, relatively speaking.
They're also highly customizable.
Yeah, you have interchangeable lenses and everything, and even I don't know how it used to be like before, but I know that now you don't even have to be locked into the brand of the body of the camera you get. Like it used to be. I actually don't know if it used to be like this or not, but a Canon lens could not go on, say, like a Nikon lens. But now you have adapters that you can put whatever you want on anything, and that's pretty neat. So as far as starting out goes, that's a really good thing to go with. The only problem that DSLR cameras have is audio is usually an issue with them because they don't have the lower level ones, the lower tier ones don't have built-in audio inputs. But if you can figure out two-system audio, which is pretty easy to do, we didn't use any of those. We used a Sony Handycam that I accidentally bought on eBay one time.
It was like the old version of this camera.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was outdated when Marble Hornets started. I'll say that. Like it was.
Yeah, it is.
It is old, and I was always afraid it was going to break, but it never did.
That actually brings me up to another topic too. Is getting the right equipment is really important too. But even just with the right techniques and the right like playing around with just experimenting with things, you can get any good shot on any kind of thing. So if anything, just starting out, like do you mean like starting out in like filmmaking kind of thing, or? Yeah, I would basically just kind of brush up on like what kind of visual style do you like? You know, like what kind of angles do you like to see? What do you feel like tells a story the best? You know, try to discover that kind of thing too, and that will really help you no matter what kind of camera you're using too.
With Marble Hornets, we kind of built the whole found footage thing around that camera too, because we had to work with our limitations. Because it's like we didn't have any money at the time then to even buy a DSLR, so we bought one eventually for other stuff. I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love DSLR.
Yeah, camera talk. Sounds better in there.
Yeah. Why is everyone in here going there?
Yeah, right.
I forgot what I was saying.
Cameras are cool.
Cameras are cool. Yeah, that's.
I have a 5D.
Yeah.
Working with your limitations, like Troy was saying. Yeah.
Like there's no separate audio with the Handycam. We just talked louder.
Yeah.
You know. So
sometimes working with your limitations is actually a good thing, you know, because it allows you to experiment, allows you to force yourself to try, to try new things too, you know.
Marble Hornets wouldn't have worked without being shot through a Handycam and found footage, I don't think. So
I would say it's borderline more important to buy one of those suckers, the Zoom or something to do the audio with separate from a camera, because you can hide a lot of stuff visually, but sound.
Sounds important.
Sound
You
is
can't really hide
important.
bad sound. There's only so
true.
much you can do in post with sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like with the, I guess, insulted or whatever, offended.
Yeah. That's
Absolutely.
Right. So
nothing says amateur right out of the gate than echoey weird audio.
Yeah. So get something to record high quality audio on and learn how to use it well, and then I would say worry about the camera stuff, because even phone cameras can shoot some really nice stuff now.
Yeah.
Not that you should try, like if you have the resources available to get a DSLR, you should still use your phone to,
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Use what you can.
Actually,
use what you're available to.
The Zoom we have over there is called the H4n. It's not the latest model anymore, but they have I think it's called the H1, isn't it? Like the smaller one.
Yeah.
That's like it has a memory card in it and a record button, and that's pretty
I
much
don't know
it.
that has an XLR input in it, though.
But it still records pretty good quality audio for what it is, and it's like $100.
Yeah.
So, and you can put like a lav into it, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
I think so.
So it's audio stuff. You say high quality audio, but the price tag doesn't have to really
Yeah.
really reflect that
The-
much. It's pretty cheap.
The optimal thing for an external recorder is, I mean, the one that Troy mentioned is a really good option. And then, I mean, just anything. If you can find something that's cheap that has one of these XLR ports on it, that you can use pretty much anything on the market with it, microphone-wise. Like that microphone that's attached to that camera back there, I don't think that one was too terribly expensive.
I don't know the
on
exact
thing.
price. It was not over $100 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might not even been close. I think it might have been 60. I'm not sure.
And filmmaking just gets cheaper by the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
XLR cables being these things for that. Yeah.
Yep.
So, anyone else? Yes.
On the video thing, what's good editing programs and about how long does it take to edit a video?
Ooh, the time it takes to edit can vary wildly.
Very.
In terms of what we've used, we started out on Vegas.
Vegas
Sony-
Movie Studio.
Sony Vegas Movie Studio Platinum, which is like the consumer version, and it for Marble Hornets season 1 and 2, and like 2 episodes of season 3.
Two entries of 3.
Were all edited on that, and it cost like $60 when I got it, and
I
so
think
that was a great thing to start out on. But
Yeah.
I came to the realization pretty soon through like season 2 that I might have been asking a little too much of it at times. It would crash a lot because of that, because I was asking it to make all these crazy weird effects and everything, and I would try to break it to make those visual effects happen, and then sometimes it would actually break and it would stop.
Right.
So, but yeah, Vegas is a good thing to get. Like the consumer grade version is really good.
I think now it costs about 80.
If that, like it's
Because we had to upgrade to that new version to make the Blu-rays
to make
last
the
year.
DVD, yeah. But it's relatively that's peanuts to get an editing program. But honestly, like iMovie or Windows Movie Maker is a great way to just like get your feet wet if you need to. Is that the right phrase? Get your feet
Yeah.
wet? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
A
like
good way to get your teeth wet.
yeah, it's a good. It's a great way to cut your feet.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, ow. Yeah, like even that, like just learning the basics of editing is really important
Right.
to understand not so much the effects or anything, but the roadmap of why editing works. Saying like cutting from this to this doesn't make sense, will this confuse someone or what have you. It's kind
That's
of something
that's not tied to the program you use. That's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
editing in general.
Yeah, that's just editing in general. And it's something that you can't really, I mean, there's editing books and stuff, but it's something that you kind of have to learn through experience.
It's concept of storytelling. So
Yeah.
it's basically figuring out how you want to set up your shots, your blocking, how you want to tell the story. Because it's a visual medium, so you really kind of need to figure out how you want to portray that, because there may be so much information that it may be overwhelming to use, but you kind of need to put it still through some form of tunnel to view. So you kind of have to map that out and plan that out. And again, like they were saying too, it doesn't have anything to do specifically with what your program is. It's not about the tool. It's about knowing how to use the tool. So,
Which is well, never mind. Lost my train of thought entirely. Wow.
But yeah, it's if I had to give a straight like do this, do that, I would say if you have the means to buy something like Vegas, I would start with that. But if you don't, just iMovie or Windows Movie Maker is also fine.
And just practice a lot.
Yeah.
iMovie has even evolved to, I think, the new mesh for the Final Cut thing too.
That has it? I don't know.
Yeah, they've been bleeding that into. So if you actually, the thing is, if you learn iMovie, you're learning the new Final Cut 10. So that kind of, the new Final Cut is kind of like iMovie Pro. So that's even a good stepping stone if you're a Mac user.
Yeah. If you're a Mac user or PC.
If you're a Mac user. So.
Yeah, kind of like going back to the what kind of equipment you should use if you're starting out and how flexible you can be, because you'll just learn how to adapt. That's kind of relevant to editing too. It's like you just need to start doing it, because then you'll start seeing, okay, this is how this would flow better. Because as far as editing goes, Troy and Tim are doing most of the THAC stuff, but I've been editing the We're on a Quest stuff we do, and then Fixin to Fixit was the first short that I actually tried my hand at editing and everything. But even basically babysitting We're on a Quest and just switching between the cameras and stuff like that, I feel exponentially more comfortable editing now than I did, 3 months ago. So it's just find a program that you maybe even already have installed on your computer and you didn't even know it, because there's all sorts of bloatware that comes with PCs these days. And just boot it up. See what you can do.
Oh, I just realized I didn't answer the rest of what your question was. We edit on Adobe Premiere now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a good program, but it has all sorts of fun Adobe quirks.
Yeah, fun Adobe quirks, and the price of it is weird.
It's when you get to college, it'll be cheaper.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you can't outright buy it anymore, which is weird.
You have to do subscription model, which in the long run works out cheaper.
I could talk all day about that.
But it's weird. It's weird that you just don't even have the option to buy it.
Yep.
Yeah. Another thing too to get practice down is play around with different, not even just mediums, but just different kinds of ways to tell a story too. When I first started out, I did a lot of grip work for camera productions, and I really kind of saw how they were filming. Like, I worked in a news station kind of situations, or even stuff for the state. And eventually, I started learning on this is not shot the same way. So you can tell a story multiple ways. So from various companies I've done, I've done corporate stuff where basically a commercial where they're going to sell you a stick of gum is way different than like, today on the news, and you start knowing how to play with different things and utilize what you want to use, So even if it's not even just in a writing sense, like, comedy or horror, but like try to think of it in a, I want to show something that's slow moving, or I want to show a fast paced kind of bouncy video, you know what I mean? Play around with stuff like that. It'll give you the tools to be very diverse, So stuff like that. Play around with.
I promise last thing I'm going to say. Sure. I mentioned we were long-winded.
We're on a roll now.
We're on a roll. You asked something we like talking about.
We're sharing.
You asked that question, so I'm guessing you like movies. Watch movies,
Yes.
all different kinds. The best thing to do to figure out how why editing and stuff like that works, if you watch movies with that in mind, like how was this edited? Why did they cut here? Why did they decide this and that? That will expose you to a lot of the rules from the outset, and you can kind of try to recreate that to cut your feet.
Cut your feet.
But yeah, that's.
It's a lot like when I used to play trumpet, and I was majoring in performance for a long time. And one of the things you would always try to do to find your own sound was to find your favorite player and try to emulate them perfectly. And then once you got that sound down, or your closest approximation, you kind of branch out. It's like, well, I actually kind of prefer this kind of
over
thing.
that.
Like my idol was Phil Smith, who's a principal trumpet, legendary trumpet player in New York. But there were, I liked more of a vibrato style. It's more of a Russian type thing. So I started listening to those guys. And it's the same with watching film. Like, find a director that you really like, a cinematographer that you really like, see what they do, try to recreate it with the whole having in mind, like, how did they do this? And, you'll learn a lot through just imitation, and then you'll be able to
Apply it.
Yeah, apply it. Yeah.
Are we good?
Yes, that was a good. That was a good question.
Good
Thank
question.
you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Question for each of you. There have been a lot of theories associated with Marble Hornets, like fan theories. If you could not pick a definite favorite, but one of your favorites.
Oh, I have a definite favorite.
I have a different favorite.
All right.
You first. You said it first.
Okay.
Like, it can either be feasible within the grounds of the story or just funny.
Mine's not feasible at all. but-
My favorite one, this was probably at the start of season 2, was someone jokingly said that it was all like this surprise party gag for. Oh, was that yours too?
Yep.
The surprise party gag for Alex that just got way out of hand. Like, there was nothing paranormal about it at all. It's just kind of snowballed into this nightmarish mistake.
I like
That's my favorite.
My favorite was the theory that it was Brian's head in the hotel safe.
Yeah.
Oh,
In season 2.
Yeah.
spooky.
That one was good. Because then I just
Because-
started imagining
because
how would
reasons.
we do that? Just like, do we just build like a crappy little paper mache head? It's like half the dimensions, so you pull it out and you're just like, oh no, it's Brian's head, and it's like this big.
Come on, Tim. You know we're all about practical effects. Just
Yeah.
say goodbye to Brian.
Yeah.
Get the shot. We would never hurt.
You know
Ryan.
what? In retrospect, we should have shot that and put it in. No, in retrospect, we should have killed Brian. No, in retrospect, we should have done the bad paper mache and put it like on the Blu-ray or something. As an Easter egg.
Well, maybe if we ever have to do a reprint or something, we can do that.
Stick it in there. Yeah.
I like the idea of, I never read this anywhere, but I like the idea to think that Jay was the only person there, and I know you're going to think I'm going to get really meta with this. Everyone else was a puppet, and he was manipulating them, and then the final episode, he looks at the camera and goes, was that scary? That's it.
They are literally puppets.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
like-
They're literally
like felt puppets.
Exactly. Yeah. He's like, I had my hand up the whole time. Isn't that a cool trick? And then credits roll with like circus music.
Yeah.
Marble puppets.
Marble puppets. Yeah.
Have you ever been brave enough to look at the shipping fan arts on Tumblr or did you?
I don't really care.
I don't think I've ever
sought it out.
sought out any sort of fan fiction stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't care. Do
I'm
whatever you
trying to
want.
think of an analogy there, but
I mean, we
The
started it
analogy is-
6 years ago, so by
Yeah.
now it's just I just sort of scroll past it, whatever.
Yeah. Obviously.
people don't tag us in it or anything, so there's no reason for me to seek it out. I'm not that curious.
Yeah. When I stop and see Tim and I doing things, I'm just like, whatever, and keep
that's a
scrolling. You know? I would prefer, because Tim's my friend, but it's out there, so whatever.
It's weirder when it's not about the characters, it's about us as people.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
That
Yeah.
gets off-putting.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, I don't Google my name anymore. That's about what it comes down
I
to.
do, and for some reason, Troy shaves his face always comes up first.
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Almost like it's the most viewed video on THAC.
I mean, the most viewed video with me in it is probably some Marble Hornets related.
That's
so-
true, but you don't say Troy in the name.
That's
Yeah.
Ah.
It's all about those Google search engine results,
true. Yeah.
man.
Google bots.
Yeah,
Google bots for my Google show.
that's right.
As for fanships, I am releasing Chapter 34 later this month, but they don't want me to say that.
He won't quit reading them to us.
He keeps
The
writing
whole
them while we're
drive in the
asleep.
car.
I will stop reading if you listen. That's it.
Noah, I'm listening.
Chapter 34.
Finally, I can't wait to see what happens.
This love triangle is going to get real spicy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a spicy meatball. Yes. Next question.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Which one do I pick? I'll get lost in this story.
Oh. Mixture between O's and O's.
Yeah.
I'll take them all.
I'm just gonna turn this recorder off now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Anyone that yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Anyone that has not asked a question first, or else we're gonna.
Feel free.
All right,
do it,
hit
do
us
it.
again.
You keep getting nudged. You have something.
What are you hiding?
We'll give you a minute. What
secrets do you hide?
What's your secrets? Tell me.
What?
What,
You have nice hair.
Yeah.
What-
Okay. Yes.
So yes. Question.
No one else is raising
one else
their
is
hand.
raising
It's
their hand.
their
Do it.
fault.
Yeah.
It's their fault.
You are keeping this panel afloat.
Yes.
Why in Joseph Touches A Grapefruit does Joseph never touch a grapefruit?
He does. He eats it.
That's not touching. Well, I guess it is
It's
technically
consuming.
touching.
It sure felt like touching to me because
Yeah.
I that was partially a true reaction. I hate grapefruit. I'm not allergic or anything. I really don't like the taste.
Joseph never touched.
See, I like it. See, I like grapefruit a whole lot, so it's kind of appropriate, I guess, that I would just be sitting there giggling while he was eating grapefruit, being forced to for the sake of the internet.
I hope everyone besides you have not seen Joseph Touches A Grapefruit and have no idea what we're talking
Yeah.
about right now. It's like, yeah, Joseph was just sitting there eating a grapefruit, and I was sitting on the side giggling. It was great.
There are 2 THAC shirts in the audience. I don't know.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was funny that way. It's, that's
How many of you would like a grapefruit shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I like that.
Sure.
I mean, you're not getting one, but no.
Just wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wondering.
If it was available to buy, I'm not saying like, how many of you guys want a grapefruit shirt right
Who wants
now?
one right now?
That's not.
Yeah. Hey.
We take out the
We're-
THAC shirt cannon.
A completely unprompted endorsement for ourselves. We do have a Patreon that was very close to hitting the mark for us to do a monthly T-shirt club, and that's one that's been requested quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's true.
We're holding it hostage until.
Yeah,
until
basically.
it
Yes.
happens. Yeah. You want this?
Here's
You
the
want
call to action now.
We do have a shirt that we're working on that will be up fairly soon now, I think.
Yeah.
that I think Marble Hornets people will like.
Stay tuned.
What were your favorite entry to make and to watch?
My favorite one is a little bit of both, but one of my favorites is 72, where they're in the Alex's old house and they go in the basement and suddenly it's nighttime and all that kind of stuff. That one was exciting and fun. That was one of the few I remember feeling really confident in whenever we were done. Just as we finished shooting, driving away, I was just like, I might be saying this too soon, but I'm pretty sure this one's going to be awesome. And also just making it was moving really fast, and there was just a whole lot going on, and also the location, because that was my grandparents' old house, and my parents had it on the market for like a year and a half. And they said we could shoot in it whenever, so we filmed one entry in there with the intention of going back for a second one, and then in between those two, my mom said, hey, we sold the house, they're moving in like 4 days, hurry up if you're going to use it. So all of 72 was shot in a mad scramble on the last day before those people were going to move in.
I don't know if I would call that one fun to shoot. I didn't have fun.
It was fun, and it's fun in retrospect.
Yeah.
Like the jumping in the river one for me. It may not have
Yeah.
been super fun at the time, but it's fun to think back on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the very last time I ever went to my grandparents' old house was to film a Marble Hornets entry that turned out to be pretty dang good, I think.
A video for the internet.
Yeah.
The one where Tim jumps in the water was really fun for me because I didn't have to jump in the water. That
Got lots
was
of
probably
behind the scenes footage for that.
That was probably the most fun to shoot, in that we could kind of go crazy with it. We were like, hey, it was like shooting season 1 of Marble Hornets all over again, because when we shot that, it was like, hey, you know, it'd be a cool thing to do. Let's do this and not worry about story. So that was a fun opportunity to go, hey, what would be a cool shot? And there were several that were taken out too, but most of the ones that we shot ended up in it.
I'd imagine it was also probably fun in a challenging way to edit too, just because you got to
I
kind
actually
of go
have-
hog wild with it.
Let's see, if you'll give me a second, I have a picture
Of the timeline?
Of the timeline when I edited it.
That's so fun to say.
I
too.
hate saying
Edited it.
Edited it.
Edited it. Is
So
that
talk for a
also
second.
your
While
most
he's
fun
looking-
to watch?
Most fun to watch?
yeah, there you
Or
go.
what's your favorite overall, I guess, in that case?
Probably the next to the last one.
Yeah.
That one was really cool. I like that one. I was pretty proud of that one.
Intense.
Noah, tell
Everything
us
came together.
what you like best about us.
them.
My favorite, my two favorites are actually Tim took one of mine. I really like. While watching it, you don't really see it kind of coming that it's gonna. Oh, whoa! It's nighttime now. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. Also, one of my favorite visual shots is near the end of that one. I really like where they're like in the field and everything. And the other one that I really enjoyed was, I think at the beginning of season 2. Is it? I don't remember the entry name, but it's the one where it's like, I don't know how I got here in this hotel, and then, hey, tapes.
Oh, yeah.
There's more, and that made me, because the thing is, when I first saw season 1, I had the interest, but then it's like, we're out of tapes. You know what I mean? Like at the end of entry 1, it's like, okay, well, there's no more tapes, and I'm like, all right, cool. So the thing that we were wondering about, because as a storyteller, I'm trying to analyze it, and I'm like, okay, so the big hook is now gone. Where is it? And the thing is, okay, well, the obvious thing would be to introduce more tapes. But how would you do that? And I'm sitting there going like, all right, I'm going to watch The Magician. How do you get back there? So the thing is, I'm
More
sitting
tapes.
there and
You might have been the only person in the world to say, yes, more tapes.
yeah. No, but that's the thing is, I wasn't looking forward to the tapes. I'm looking forward to what the tapes represented. The breadcrumbs, the trail. You know what I mean? So like how it leads us to where we need to get to. Those are symbolized. They symbolize it. So I wanted more clues, and then I don't know how I got here, but the tapes tell us, and I'm like, all right, cool. It got me back in, and I never lost interest, but that reignited the reason why I was having fun looking forward to finding more episodes and seeing more episodes. So that one is a big one for me, and yeah.
My favorite entry, all pretty much period, is entry number 6, when the operator walks past the garage window and kind of looks in and then keeps going, because I feel that's Marble Hornets. Just like it's in your face, but it's also what is going on. There's no audio. It's just simple and it's spooky to me. Yeah. Now, Archivist Timothy.
Yes.
Do you remember the entry number, or any of you out there, where Jay goes out into the woods, goes out to like, hold on, goes and there's like the chimney and stuff. He runs out and then Alex's Sassmaster Flash at him.
That was in the.
I'm sorry, did you just say Sassmaster Flash?
I did.
I was
Okay,
just embracing
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I want to say it was in the late 30s,
Yeah.
early 40s.
Yeah.
I can't.
We'll go
Possibly.
with it. 42.
Whenever,
42.
whenever you.
If you're wrong, it's documented, and everyone's
Yeah.
going to know you're not a true fan.
Are you saying the one where you said is the camera several miles in the
Yeah.
woods? Okay.
That one was a lot of fun to film, only because in order to get sounding out of breath, Troy actually got out of breath by running around those trees a bunch. And I'm just standing there just watching him. We also found the
that
funniest note in the world. Timbo. Oh, Timbo. Timbo was letting somebody know the heat was on to their little, like, I don't know, Adderall
drug deal or something. It was like a
ring.
note under a tree, like on notebook paper. It's like, well, I just found these high schoolers' drug deal notes. And so I took it, and they probably never saw it, and it probably caused a major thing between them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I bet they
Timbo.
got Timbo grounded for like a month.
Yeah.
Totally.
I found the picture of the editing timeline, but you probably can't see it on my phone.
Just count the layers or something.
A lot.
6
actually,
layers or
there's
something?
There's 7 layers of audio probably, and then 6 layers of video, or 3 layers of video, which is we've done more than that now.
Yeah.
But it's look at all that stuff. I guess
The
Probably
top
can't
line
see
is
it.
an easy example.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Whoop.
good job.
Sorry.
It had a lot going into it, basically.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's the thing to take from it.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we only have an hour for this?
Yeah.
Okay,
We are
so-
in lightning round.
Yes.
Yes.
Do lightning round
So
questions
any-
about anything.
7 minutes.
Any
Oh,
question?
Yes.
Funniest moments we have while shooting. All of it. Next question.
No, come on. There,
Tim did a part without his pants on one time.
that's
yeah.
true. When he's standing in front of that,
It's
window.
on the.
The
It's in the
window.
video too, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
that one
yeah.
got posted because
Is
it's
that
from the waist up.
Yeah, entry 17.
He's not wearing pants.
Yeah.
He goes like, "Who wrote that dialogue with you, Alex?" or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's from season 1, and that was a really goofy day to shoot stuff too.
Yeah, it was the entry itself was maybe like 3 minutes long, and we spent all day just like not shooting it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think the funniest, weirdest thing to film would be when we did Cookie Crisis, and me and Tim are putting cookies all over our faces, and we were getting into it and having fun. Got hot and heavy. No, we were
It
getting
actually did.
a little bit.
He's
Yeah.
downplaying how uncomfortable it was.
Yes, it was. I'm sorry. No, but I remember the definitive moment that I remember, and the video kind of ends with this too. But when it was my turn to put cookies on his face, and I put cookies in his nose, and we asked kind of permission, like, "Oh, can I put it on your face here?" and stuff like that. But I didn't ask about the nose, so there's just a shot of me just shoving a cookie up his nose, and I'm just kind of like, oh, I just did that. And then he's in the bathroom for 5 minutes, like blowing his nose.
It cuts right before I broke from laughing, but then I had to take a break because it smelled like there was butter in my nose.
It was like Noah just goes, oh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And it ends right before Tim loses it.
It was very funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
thing.
tripping over the bushes with the rollerblades on was a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
Unscripted event that turned into scripted.
Yeah, especially because somebody rolled by at one point, just being like, "Hey, are you okay?"
And here's Tim in like his pink helmet and pink elbow pads and everything. Like, oh yeah, I'm good.
Yes.
So why did you choose the Slenderman if, before you said I don't like his tendrils, you don't like any of his shtick? So why did you choose this?
It was more
I would say
about
none of his shtick.
It was
Good word, by the way.
Yeah, we liked the sense of unknown with him,
Yeah.
and it was so new and so mysterious, and it was also part of being like riding the wave, man. Because
Unemployed and bored.
because it was everybody was doing photoshops on something awful of it, and writing little short stories, and even doing audio logs, but no one had done film yet. So Troy was like, "Let's do film."
I'm going to school for that, so.
So it's like we wanted to contribute to this little fan thing, and then it kind of just got out of hand.
This little pocket of thing that was going on. Marble Hornets, pocket of thing.
Yep.
Hey.
That's the sequel.
Okay,
Marble Hornets
lightning.
2, pocket of thing. Yeah.
Yes.
I know y'all probably said this before about reading creepypastas, but are there any that y'all really like?
No. Next. I don't think I've ever actually read anything on creepypasta, like literally ever. I've read the SCP Foundation.
SCP 's
stuff.
pretty neat.
Does that count? I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think that does. I don't know.
In that case, there were some kind of neat ones there. I just read like the top ones because I was like, if the people that read this don't like it, then it's probably not very good. So I'll just read the top ones.
Yeah.
I'm not really big into researching them or whatever. A few friends of mine, way before it got like really, really big, some people showed me the Legend of Zelda thing. Oh, Ben Drown. Yeah. They showed me that, and I thought that was cool because Majora's Mask is already a pretty creepy game, and then when you get that kind of weirdness to it, I was like, oh, this is kind of neat. Like, you kind of like I knew what kind of went into it to make that, but I still appreciated it. I'm like, oh, cool. They're creeping people out with that. Right on. So I appreciate it for what it was. That's cool.
It should be noted that I actually hate horror. Like, I do not like the genre at all. I'm one of the most jumpy people you'll
Hate
ever
it as
meet.
in it scares you. Like,
It
not
scares
hate
him
as
a
in
lot,
like, oh,
yeah.
this is the worst thing
Yeah,
ever.
no, I
No.
appreciate good horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just do not seek it out at all because
you
I'm
got 'em
such a
with it, that'd be
jumpy
awesome.
person.
I don't know if it counts as creepypasta, but I think it was on Reddit. I think the story about the smiling man, while the guy's trying to cross the street, and he claims it was something that actually happened to him, but it probably wasn't. But it was just it's a really surreal story about him being followed by this strange guy who had this really odd
I've
smile
seen
on his
that.
face.
Yeah.
That one was a pretty
That was
nifty
pretty neat.
story.
Yeah.
I think somebody made a short film out of that, but I couldn't tell you who. But I think it's on YouTube somewhere.
Right on.
More lightning questions.
Anyone else? We got about 2-3 minutes. Oh, here we go. Let's go through everybody.
You were the
One-
longest waiting.
Brian and Sarah have gone back together for Marble Hornets.
They were never together.
And the movie itself. The Marble Hornets, Alex Kraley's Marble Hornets.
Gotcha.
They what would be the worst way to do that?
It would be the cheesiest thing. In
be
the
the
rain.
They would just remake The Notebook or
They would have
something.
decided that they had outgrown one another. I bet.
It would have, I feel like I've outgrown this town. Yeah, me too. Do you think we've outgrown each other? It would just
Fade to black.
Fade to black.
You would never
exactly.
get the
You'd never
answer.
know. Yeah. It would just.
They would just be looking at each other. It would kind of zoom out, or no, it would zoom in a little bit while fading to black.
They would be sitting on like a couch or something. Like, I'm Brian, you're Sarah, or you can be Brian. I don't care. We can both be Brian. Brian and Brian.
Yep.
It would be a shot straight on of them, or it would be over the shoulder. It'd be like, do you think we've outgrown each other? And they both look ahead. And it's just the shot of both of them looking
Or would they
straight
be
ahead.
talking, looking ahead, but when they said that, they would look at each other and then fade to black?
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be good. That'd be terrible. That'd be great in its terribleness. Yeah.
For those of you who haven't bought the DVDs or the Blu-ray, there are 3 scenes from the Alex Kraley's Marble Hornet student film on there. Each of them written and directed by one of us.
Yeah,
so.
it was they're on the season 3 DVD, which is also in the box set, which is also on the Blu-ray. So
Yes. We hope you like them. If you happen to be someone who bought them today, we hope you like them.
Shut up.
No.
Questions.
No.
Go.
Talking about black horror and the scares, which issue do you feel personally is the scariest?
6. I still like 6 because it was heavily inspired by the only scary thing in Signs, which was the walking by the alley.
the tunnel entry because it was really claustrophobic in there,
Tim,
which was 60, I think.
go. Scary.
Probably 72, honestly.
I
That was
actually
scary as
agree.
heck.
I agree with that one.
Did
you have a last one?
Someone else had a question.
She did. Yes.
Yay, finally, I'm noticed.
Question.
Inspiration for Fixin and Fixit?
A receipt for some car work that Tim had done where the mechanic was actually named Owen Hankinson.
While we were shooting Marble Hornets, Fixin' to Fixit was made.
Yep.
Basically, like the gist of it was made.
The germ was, or the seed was planted like a year in advance.
Yeah.
I believe that's all we have time for, folks.
Yeah.
One bit of news. If you're coming tomorrow, make sure to come to our panel at 2:00. Pet Project with that TV.
Yes.
You have a chance to win prizes. Have a fun game show environment. It'll
Yes.
be cool.
Super
It'll be
fun game show. You can be part of it.
Just show up. Do it.
Yes.
But
tune in.
Thank you.
Thank you so
everyone.
much for showing up to the panel. Yeah.
Okay, bye.